House Speaker Juliet Holness, in a letter dated March 22, 2024, demanded that Clerk of the Houses of Parliament, Valerie Curtis, provide several updates in relation to alleged outstanding Auditor General reports. Well, Nika Lois has joined us with more details on the letter. Nika?
Thanks, Caroline. All right, so this letter that we have received, it's a two-page document, and it saw Mrs. Holness, the Speaker of the House, reprimanding Ms. Curtis for allegedly failing to comply with the Speaker's ruling in relation to how Auditor General's reports must be handled when it comes to the Parliament. Now, of course, some of these letters date back as far as November last year as well as December, and the Speaker notes that Ms. Curtis, who is the Clerk of the Houses of Parliament, that she says that the ruling of the House in relation to the Auditor General reports were breached by the Clerk, that's Ms. Curtis, which Mrs. Holness says was a clear dereliction of duties. Now, she says this thereby brings the Parliament into disrepute, having to answer to her colleagues who are demanding these outstanding documents that are yet to be presented to the Parliament. Now, there's a keen section that I'm paying attention to. This section, it says, "It is therefore imperative that you prepare a schedule," and this is from Mrs. Holness to Ms. Curtis. "It is imperative that you prepare a schedule that shows the details of all reports received from the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General since my election as Speaker of the House on September 26, 2023. Now, in addition to that, it says the schedule must outline the date the reports were received by the registry, the date delivered to the Speaker, the date tabled in the Parliament, the relevant sections of the Act under which they were tabled, and the date of any correspondence or correspondences to the Auditor General relating to said report. This information, she says, must be submitted no later than Wednesday, March 27, 2024 at noon. And she says this is to facilitate in reference to Ms. Curtis's request for an extension. And she's also saying she'd like communication to be provided to the relevant staff to ensure compliance as well as adherence to the established rules and procedures, in particular the Deputy Clerk, the Legislative Council, along with the respective secretaries. The letter is also said to be, it will be placed, she added, on Ms. Curtis's file. This is major. And of course, we did place a call to Ms. Curtis because we wanted to hear her side. She said she was unaware of this letter and she was out of office today, but she has requested time to go through this letter. Calls to the Speaker of the House went unanswered.